Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this little ball. You can make it any size, you can make it any colors. You use 3 different colors. It's quite easy to make, a quick pattern to follow. You can make it with any type of wool. I used double knit wool here for this ball. What you're going to need is your wool, your yarn. You're going to need an embroidery needle, some scissors. You're going to need a crochet needle, and you're going to need stuffing. Let's start. I'm going to start with a slip stitch and chain 30. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My chains, I didn't make it too tight, nice and loose, so that it's got a little stretch in it. Now I'm gonna go from the second chain stitch from your needle. We're gonna start with chain stitches all the way through, not chain stitches, single crochet stitches. Nice and loose, not too loose, but nice and loose, so that there's a little stretch in it. And I'll show you later why I say that. But you're going to make your single crochet stitches right until you get to the end of this row. I'm done with my single crochet stitches, and I counted, there's 30 of them. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn around, and from this row forward, all the rows from now, your first chain is not going to count as your first stitch. You're going to go and do a single crochet in your very first stitch there, but we're only going to work in the back loops, not both loops, in the back loop. It's going to give it a nice pattern. So your first one is there, and you're going to go all the way through with single crochets only in the back loop until you get to the end of this row, and you've got your 30 stitches. I'm done with this row, and I counted there's 30 single crochet stitches. Now chain again 1, turn around, and you're going to start in your first row in the back loop. Only in the back loop you're going to make single crochet stitches, and you're going to continue this for 8 rows, or until your work is the length of 1/3 of your work. So let me just show you here. If you take your finished board and you make it into 3, you can go and measure it like, is it a third? It must be the third. Now with this double knit wool, it's 8 rows. It can be less, it can be more. It depends on how many stitches you've got on, and how loose you are crocheting or how tight your work is. But make sure that it's a third. So if you make your work into 3, it's a little block. I'll see you when I'm done with that. I'm done with my 8 rows, and now to measure, I'm gonna put them in 3, fold them in 3, and I'm going to look at it and see if it's a little block. And this one is perfect, it's a little block. So I'm going to end this row, but when you cut your yarn, make sure that you leave a long enough piece to put the 2 sides together. Now once you're done, you'll see the pattern it makes when you make your single crochet stitches in the back of each loop. It makes it a nice one. Now for this project, for this little ball, we need 3 of them, 3 of the same size pieces. And now we are going to work 2 of them together, the two sides. Two of these little pieces we're going to work together. So we're going to work this end away while we add it. The short piece where you started with your chain stitches. Let's just work this away. Then we know it's out of the way and we can go on. So you're going to take these two pieces, put them together, and work them nice and tight together so that it makes a little circle. Now you see, if you make the chain in the beginning and you don't count it as your first one, it makes a nice straight edge and it just looks neater. That's why I like doing that. Okay, I'll see you when I work the two of these pieces together. Okay, so these two are now worked together and I turned them around. So that's just now the right side together. Now you're going to take this one piece and you're going to put it inside this one here, like so. Then, oops, I didn't work this one away. Let's just quickly do that. Then we've got one less thing to worry about now. Let me just work this side away. Then it's done. And now you're going to take this one and you're going to pull it inside the one that you just put in here. So this little lighter one here, you're going to go in there in the little circle. Make sure that you don't twist it around. It must be straight like that. And then it's going to go over the sides. So you can turn it around, get this side up again. But before you do that, you're going to fill your little ball with stuffing. Otherwise, if you're going to close it now, you're not going to have enough space to do it. And you can stuff it as thick as you want or as tight as you want, or you don't have to put a lot in. Just make sure that you don't twist your work around your little ball. This is a nice size ball. There you go. I think that's more or less enough. Maybe, yeah, I think so. Then you're going to take this side. Make sure it stays not twisted around. It must be this same side up, and you're going to go inside the stop part again, around like that. There you go. And you're going to take your needle. And you're going to work these two sides together like you did with all the others. And like I said, you can make your ball as big as you want or as small as you want, as long as you make sure that your length is 1/3. Your rows is 1/3 then the amount of stitches that you put on. Then your ball should work out perfectly. And it's quite easy to do. You can use any pattern. You don't have to do the single crochet pattern that I did. You can do any pattern you want. And it's not taking too long. You don't need a lot of yarn. Just work this away. And there you go. And there's your ball. Easy to do. You can turn this now around because this is now the wrong side, but make sure that you turn it around all the way. If you want to, you can work these sides close, but once your stuffing is settled, it should be just fine. And there's your ball, ready for a happy child, a happy pet, a happy baby. Please like and subscribe to my channel and leave me comments and show me pictures of your little ball that you made. I hope you enjoyed my video.